Well, first of all, let me thank the filmmakers. Let me thank Deborah for her work, and that is the story of Rwanda. That's our history. We have to recognize that and acknowledge the difficulties of overcoming this past we have faced, and we have to move forward. But as we move forward, we know we have immense difficulties of reconciliation to overcome. The issues of justice, and when you want reconciliation and carry out justice at the same time, they tend to conflict, and even that adds to the difficulty of dealing with the situation. But as the powerful story told in the film, or as people have seen, the truth has to be known, and we build on that. And as we reconcile, as we carry out justice, we move on. We don't become hostage of this very difficult past. That's what we seek for ourselves and for the generations to come. And as you saw the young man in the film, for example, Serge, the son of Jean-Pierre, I'm sure the young man absorbed all that, but as we saw, he was being educated or told to look forward and overcome these difficulties the old people have faced. So it's a combination of bringing the country back together through reconciliation and justice, but at the same time, social and economic transformation helps that to be carried out and for people to move forward. So what we seek for ourselves and for our country is to recognize this past, build on the strength we've got from understanding it and the difficulties underlying and wanting really to get out of this situation and move on. So far, we see progress made in very immense difficulties, but people are able, as you could see, for me, every day, I'm surprised how people like Jean-Pierre manage to overcome this kind of history that has affected them the way you've seen in the film. And there are many stories like this, yet most of them all are forward-looking. They want to overcome these difficulties. They want to move on. And that's what happens every day in our country. And we want to be better people than we were at that time. We want to have the future mainly built and enjoyed by our children, being much better than what we've seen. Thank you.
My name is Rita Baraka. I'm from Congo. Dear President, I would like to know, what do you think about the genocide that is being conducted in Congo, especially in its eastern parts by Rwandese? Thanks.
That's very new to me, but I wish the Congolese the best for their country, as I hope for the best for my people and my country. I don't think I would have enough time to go into the history of Congo and then the history of Rwanda and the two. But the problems of Congo, which I shouldn't be here to talk about at all because they are not in my responsibilities, but the problems of Congo are as are actually older than me. They're older than, they go way 60 years back. So I shouldn't talk about that, but I think I will be interested in talking about my country and how, if we overcome these difficulties of our country, probably we can also work together with our neighbors, including Congo, as we are doing today. We are trying to work with the Congolese at the government level, people-to-people level. There is tremendous progress. There is a lot of improvement, and that's what we are looking forward to continue working together in our region to have peace, not only for Rwanda, but for Congo as well, and for the rest of the region, Burundi, Uganda, Kenya, Tanzania, and so on. So that's really what I can say to your question. Thank you.
Mr. President, my name is Catherine Taylor, and I work with a nonprofit called 100 Days. We're focused in Rwanda on children, and so what are the things that you're doing to build into this younger generation that are really the hope for the future?
Well, as we have sought to overcome these difficulties depicted already in the film, we at the same time have been investing in education, in health, in other issues, but mainly focused on that is how we can shape our future through investing in our people, mainly the young children. And if you look at, for example, I just give you quick figures. 15 years ago, or now 16 years ago, we had 800,000 young children going for primary school education. We now have 2.3 million children attending primary school education for free. Government makes sure that every child who has to go to school and for us, it's education, it's education, it's education. And building on that as well, we want to have a healthy population, so we invest heavily in health. We've seen mortality rates going down. Those children under 5 who were being killed in malaria, in the last 3 years, we've seen deaths reduced by 67% in the last 2 years alone, and so on and so forth. So as we invest in education, and then as we bring reconciliation and justice and making sure that our progress, our transformation process is rooted in the values of the Rwandan traditions and culture, I'm sure we'll see a lot of progress for the future, and for the future we build through investing in our people, in our children.
Thank you, Mr. President, for making a trip. Thank you, Jean-Pierre. Thank you, everyone. Good night.